Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 1 of what's going to be a new Let's Try. This is a game that just came out recently. Actually, at the time of this recording, I think it's June 24th or 25th right now. The game has been out for about a week, maybe? If not a little longer. I'm not quite sure, but it is rather new. And I don't think it's in early access. I think it was a complete release, but it is a game that is meant to be a bit of an old school Everquest type deal. I heard that the world is like very interconnected. There's a lot of stuff you can find, lots of secrets, lots of gear and loot, and lots of enemies to slay with a bit of grinding and fun stuff like that. But we're going to check it out, guys. I only played a little teeny bit of it offline just to see what it was like, which I sometimes do. And I did not even get through fighting the first creatures, basically. So this is going to be new for me, too. So I hope you guys will tag along, join in on the journey, just me and you. And we'll check this game out and see what gives. I'm very excited to play it. And I hope you guys are excited to watch. So without further ado, let's try episode 1 of Legends of Old. Legends of Old. So this seems like a very cool Everquest type deal. We'll see how it goes, because I don't really know what to expect. I was not an Everquest player at any point, but I do dig the idea of playing an EverQuest-like or EverQuest-esque single-player RPG, Legends of Old. All right, bong bong, mashallah. Here we go. Let's see. Check out the. I usually don't use the hotkeys. Put this on high. Into music. We'll check the sensitivity in a bit. Maybe turn it up a little. Hotkeys. Yeah, I don't usually use these. Character sheet C, inventory, sit toggle. We can sit down. Attack toggle is Q. F is assist. Book for ability book. There's different party members apparently. There's different pets you can have. Very straightforward. So instead of inhale is H. Okay. Seems pretty simple. Let's go ahead and hit create new. And as you can see, we get 4 classes. I guess these 2 are still coming. I don't know. But we get 4 classes to check out. We've got the Reaver, which is this brutish looking dude. Got the Elementalist, which seems to be the human. You can't really separate the race from the class. Then there's Rogue, which looks like a little gnome or halfling. Very cool. And then there's Paladin, who is a female paladin. And then we can't click Druid or Shaman, unfortunately, or I would totally play a Druid or Shaman. But Elementalist, let's maybe be the Reaver. And he's swinging. He's supposed to have a sword, I guess. Two-handed weapon. Rogue is supposed to have a little dagger that he's slicing. Elementalist. Paladin. Let's play the Elementalist, actually. And then we enter a name. Elzarian. Very cool. Let's create. And let's see how the magic system works. Let's just see how anything works. We've got Survival Guide. Hail Adventurer. Welcome to the Survival Guide. This panel is designed to help you get your bearings throughout your time with Legends of Old. There's a bit of a learning curve, but this guide aims to provide everything you need to be successful. We strongly recommend reading the combat and melee style sections before playing the game. Combat. Depending on your class, you have several ways to engage with monsters. Running up to the monster and pressing auto attack Q by default will begin combat with the monster. You can also cast offensive spells on the monster, preferably from a distance. Once the monster is defeated, it can potentially drop an item. Be careful about what you have targeted. Beneficial spells such as haste can also be applied to monsters by careless players. Combat continued. Note that the angle of attack relative to the monster is important. If you and a monster are facing one another, then damage is calculated as normal. However, if you're to the side of the monster, your melee attacks will do bonus damage. If you're behind the monster, you will do the most damage. The same is true for you as the player. However, be very mindful of your rotation relative to the monster, as exposing your flank can result in you quickly being felled by powerful foes. Melee combat styles. Legends of Old uses a melee combat style system for most melee classes. Every class can auto attack, but melee classes can empower their next auto attack to do unique effects. For example, using the taunt style will cause your next melee swing to apply extra damage and hate generation. This is not a passive toggle. The act of performing a style consumes the style, and your next attack will be a default auto attack unless you perform a new style. Melee combat styles continued. Some melee combat styles require a prerequisite condition to be met. Riposte, for example, requires you to parry an attack before you can perform it. Furthermore, Ruin requires you to perform riposte before you can perform it. Other styles may require being to the side of the target or behind. All styles should clearly indicate what the prerequisite conditions are in the ability book page. We can press B for that. Targeting. To begin combat with a monster, you must first target them. To accomplish this, you can left-click the monster in the world. You can press tab to cycle through nearby monsters, or you can select the monster right from the extended target window in the bottom center right of the screen. Spellcasting. Most spells require you to have enough mana to have a target and be close enough to the target and to have a line of sight to the target. To begin casting, you do not have to be close enough or have line of sight to finish the spell, only to begin. Do with that as you will. Casting a spell with a duration requires you to stand still for the duration of the cast. Once the duration is completed, you will cast the spell, applying the effect. Some spells are instant cast and will immediately apply their effect. Health, mana, endurance. In the bottom right of the screen, you'll see a red bar, blue bar, yellow bar. These reference your health, mana, and endurance respectively. Health keeps you alive, while mana is a resource used for casting spells. Health and mana can be increased through items or leveling up. Endurance is a resource used for executing melee styles. This resource is fixed at a maximum of 100, and each style drains a fixed amount. All of these resources replenish over time and increase faster while sitting. That's why you want to sit down with V, the button V. Movement. How do I move my character? Movement is performed by WASD. Your character moves in the direction they are facing. A and D will rotate your character left to right. Holding the left to right mouse button down and pressing A or D will strafe your character left or right. Try it out. So holding down left or right mouse button and pressing left and right, A and D will strafe. How do I move the camera? Right clicking the mouse will rotate the camera and your character at the same time. Left clicking will rotate only the camera. Releasing the left mouse button will snap your character to the camera rotation. This is very useful for quickly reorienting your character at key moments. Leveling up in Legends of Old is a choice. Once you have reached the threshold to level up, you'll get a notice in the bottom right corner of the screen. Click to level up over the experience bar. Doing so will advance your level by 1, which increases your stats and grants new powerful abilities. This action also makes monsters stronger and will reset their life to full if you perform this action in an adventure zone. Note that monsters do not scale linearly with the player. You will outpace them due to natural scaling and new abilities and equipment, so seek even greater challenges as you progress through the game. Note that because of this system, your favorite areas will remain relevant to you, and the way you interact with them will change significantly throughout the game. That's interesting. Abilities, command cards, spell swapping. Abilities are unlocked as you advance in level and can be seen on the ability book page. Press B to open the ability book page. Note that all classes have access to 3 schools of specialization. Each school contains thematically appropriate abilities. Abilities increase in power as you level up, so you won't have a situation where there is a Fireball 1, Fireball 2, etc. Assigning abilities. From your ability book page, you can click the desired ability icon. This will put the ability onto the mouse cursor. You can then move your mouse to the command bar in the bottom center right, which is this, of the screen, and click a slot to assign it. Note that the bottom bar is the default bar. Press Alt to see the hotkeys for each button so you can make an informed decision of where to place each ability. Can we do that right now? Yeah, we can. Alt, it does show. Shift +1, Shift +2. This is 1, 2, 1 through 6, it looks like. Quick assigning abilities. Additionally, with a spell on your mouse cursor, you can quick assign abilities to specific slots. Pressing Alt 1 will quickly assign whatever is on your cursor to the first slot, and so on. The secondary bar, located above the default bar, is interacted with by pressing Shift. You can also be quick signed in the same way. Alt Shift 1 will quickly assign to the secondary bar position. Spell swapping. Placing a spell in a slot that already has a spell on it will swap the spells, putting the new one onto the bar and the old one onto your cursor. You can right-click at any time to remove a spell from your cursor. Additionally, you can right-click any spell on either bar to remove it from the bar. Inventory and items. How do I equip items? Click the item in your inventory, move the mouse to the appropriate slot, left-click again. Alternatively, you can drop the item onto the class icon area in the middle of the inventory, and it will automatically find the correct slot. Now your item is equipped. Looting items. Dropped items are displayed on the left side of the game's viewport. You will see a need or pass option as well as a timer ticking down. Players must vote on the item as they desire, and the item is awarded to the winner. If the timer expires without all players voting, then they are removed from the good, and only players who voted are considered. I didn't think this is an MMO. Thought it was single player. Playing with others. How do I form a party session? To form a party session, you must interact with the appropriate obelisk and the nexus. There's an NPC standing next to it, and it looks different from the others. Doing so will prompt a new UI window to interact with. From this window, you can select Create Game. To create a party, you must enter a name for your party session, and optionally, you can enter a password or description. How do I find a party session? To find a party session, you must interact with the appropriate obelisk and the nexus. NPC standing next to it, and it looks different from the others. Doing so will prompt a new UI window to interact with. From the window, you can select Find Game, pressing the search button without doing anything else will return a list of all open available party sessions. You can then click the found party session and click Join. You will then be moved to their game instance. Additionally, you can narrow your search criteria by entering the name of the party you're searching for before pressing search. And notes about party play. Note that you can only join a party session when that party is in the nexus. If the party has traveled to an adventure zone, you'll not be able to join the party. All parties must begin in the nexus and travel to other zones together. Parties are limited to 4 players, so choose your party composition carefully. So we can have NPC party as well, and here we are. Very cool. So let's try that strafe technique. Yeah, just hold R. Let's talk to Arbiter Tobel. There you are, pulled from the jaws of silence, and still breathing. That's rare. The drift doesn't usually let go, not without taking something in trade, that is. This place, it isn't a beginning, don't mistake it for one. It's a seam, stitched from memory, ruin, and the pieces we've managed to salvage. We're not meant to be here, not truly. But then, nothing is where it belongs anymore. Something elder broke the lattice, shattered the weave, and that held the worlds close. Now everything drifts, untethered, bleeding meaning. Some call it the fracturing, others whisper older names. Doesn't matter, the wound is still open. You came through it though, that means something. You were caught in the collapse, same as the rest of us, and still you surfaced. The void tried to take you, almost did. But here you are, don't rush to understand it. That will come, or it won't. Either way, you've work ahead. Look around, speak to the others. We've all lost something. Some of us more than others. I'm sure they'll appreciate a new face. When you're steady, when you remember how to move with purpose, then the path will find you. Okay, thank you, Arbiter Tobel. Let's look around and talk to some peeps. Althara. I was a shield bearer of the Radiant Pact, blessed in steel, tempered in service. I wasn't anyone special, just another oathbound, keeping the flame where others let it die. We don't choose glory, we don't seek command, we serve. Like all in the Pact, I was bonded to a cleric, a soul sister. Her name was Elandra. She had a quiet strength, faith that didn't waver, even when mine did. When the world turned dark, she was the one who carried the light. I watched over her sword arm. She watched over my soul. And then the breaking. I don't remember pain, just silence. The sky folding inward, a seam tearing through the world. Not wind, not magic, not war, but something deeper, like the stars themselves forgot their names. I reached for her. She was right there. Then she wasn't. When I came to, there was nothing. No sigils, no chain of command, no Elandra. Just the armor on my back and a weight in my chest where her presence used to be. But I remember the vows we spoke beneath the Hall of Light. I remember her voice, steady and clear, promising to walk with me until the end. So I walk still, for her if not with her. And if she yet still lives, I'll find her. And if she doesn't, then I'll carry her light with me until mine fades too. So as you can see, some really top-notch writing there. Very cool. Althar, let's see. Come down this way. We have Geomancer Rigwald. You mistake your arrival for an accident. That is understandable. The shattering leaves many adrift, scraps of will floating through dead seams in the firmament. Most dissolve. You did not. That is why we brought you here. I am Rigwald. I speak for stone and for silence. Where others see cracks in the world, I see questions, layers beneath layers. You were buried deep between them. I followed the fault line until I felt you stir. Why? You're not ready for that answer. Not yet. You still smell of where you came from. Grit, steel, and grief. Those who fall from the fracture rarely remember the descent, only the absence that followed. It's better that way. You'll want to find some reason. Closure, the one you've lost in the folding. They all do. But reason is bedrock. It doesn't lie on the surface. You dig or you rot. So dig. There are others like you now. Not many. The Iljiktar don't gather lightly, but things beneath this world are shifting again, and those who remember what was are few. You're breathing, that's enough for now. You'll learn the rest when the world is ready to speak. Until then, listen to the ground. It remembers more than you think. Thank you, Geomancer Rigwald. Pretty cool looking mage. Let's see, did anybody sneak back here? Regis. Oi, honestly, I don't know why we're here. Last thing I remember, I was having a fine stein of mead with my mates. That's when everything started to distort into swirls of madness. I thought I was losing my mind. Then everything began to crack. Yes, crack. It wasn't the building or the earth that cracked, mind, but reality itself. Next thing I knew, it was darkness. For how long, I have no idea. But I can remember the feeling, drifting like a ghostly ship for eons through motionless waters. You seem to be the newest recruit to this place. Those Iljiktar, as they're called, have been snatching people out of the void. For what? I'm not sure, but I do know this. I'm happy to be alive. Right, me too. Very good. Oh, there goes Orbka. Whoa, Orbka's a big gal. Orbka come from Orbolg, way down in Darag muck. Big trees, big stinks, big teeth in the water. Had fire, had clan, had meat. Now, got none, got pulled, like frog and snare. One blink, Orbka in swamp. Next blink, here. Sky wrong, smell wrong. Time to move right. Swamp had rot, but it knew how to be. This place hides it. Iljiktar say, you fight now, you guard, you hold line. Pfff, Orbka always fight, not new. But what line, what edge, what side is we on? No one say. Still, Orbka keep blade sharp. Got nothing else. Got no Orbolg, got no clan, but still got swing. That mean Orbka still here. Maybe Swamp come back someday, maybe not. Still swing. Thank you, Orbka. We talked to Althara, the Geomancer, Regis. Click around a bit. Oh. Can't go in that portal. Iljiktar Davi. Equipment. No, sorry, I cannot help you with that. I hear that the Ravari make fine leather, however. Maybe you could relieve them of that burden. Oh yes, the finest leather in the land, some say. But you'll have to slay Ravari for it. Obviously, each denizen has their own type of equipment, you know. Well, you wouldn't expect to slay a zombie and find that prized leather, would you? Nor would you expect to slay a Ravari and find the rotting remains of some poor farmer. Indeed, what you hunt is just as important as how you hunt it, and I'd be willing to bet the stronger the foe, the better the toe. Cool, so the stronger the foes, the better the loot. We can jump a little bit. Coming back here to see if anyone snuck back here while I was talking. Regis. So we definitely are going to get into some adventure, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Regis, Iljiktar Davi. And there's another portal over this way, it looks like, but we can't go. Then we're in here. Oh, Brunkus. Oh, it's a table. Disenchant or close. No lore. Personal stash of Elzarian. Brunkus. See the table? You bash baddies and bring gear here. Dip it into the fire and burn it down. Be left with new gear for maybe bigger bash, or maybe not. Yeah, just go to the table and sacrifice what you got. Maybe you gotta sing. They say disenchant, but I don't know that chant. Disenchant. What do we have here? We have a tattered robe. It looks like if we hit I for inventory, it's up here. Tattered robe, it's cloth, negation of 2. It's lot torso, so it negates. Oh, cool. It changes how we look, too. Negates 2 damage and a gnarled staff. Type staff looks like damage 3, delay 6. Ah, we got a staff now. Nice. Look at all these slots, guys. It looks like it's very promising once we get out of this early bit. A book says, before it broke, the world was a prism, 7-fold and single. Each shard was not a piece, but a facet turning in harmony. Light, motion, thought, form, time, dream, breath. No division, no exile. Then the prism cracked. Not from within, not by war or folly, but from something beneath all names. It came not with thunder, but with stillness, a sudden halt in the music of being. A silence so total it split the stars. The shards fell inwards. Some became places, others beings. Some we live on, some we are, and what was lost in the fall. Check out these lore books. Once unity, a prism, not of color or light, but of being, whole, without division, that is known. Then came the fracture, its cause is not yet understood, its outcome clear, multiplicity, instability, drift. What was a whole now moves in shards, each a fragment of the original resonance. To walk among them is to walk the echo of a greater form. Many seek a cause, this is natural, but origin is less important than orientation. You are here, that is sufficient. Restore what you can, observe what you must. The prism is no longer whole, but neither is it forgotten. I remember being still, then being known, not by a voice, but by presence, like I had always been watched. But a presence, like I had always been watched. Recovery subject 2315A. There was light, I was not within it. Something pulled me sideways, the world forgot me, and then I was rebuilt. 442C. They did not ask if I wished to return, only that I was viable. 8791K. Those accounts are recorded not to alarm, but to affirm. Return is possible. Restoration is achievable. There's always loss in translation between realms. This is not failure. It is the cost of survival. The Iljiktar intervene only when necessary. Your presence here means you were worth saving. Interesting. So we're in a bit of a puzzler area right now. Let's look back. Orbka. Jump around. Jump around. Iljiktar Davi. I think we talked to everybody here, so. Oh, who's that? Regis? Okay. Brunkus. Let's come down here. Althar. Corporal Cantor. I don't rightly recall the precise moment fate twisted me from a simple soldier into something else entirely. One minute I was standing watch over the gates of Thalanos, the cold wind biting through my cloak. The next, well, the world itself seemed to splinter beneath my feet. The crack wasn't in the stone walls or the cobblestones, it was deeper, something primal in the very air, a sharp fracture that tore through reality, swallowing light and sound whole. One moment I was shouting warnings to my comrades, "The gate! The gate!" Oh, it must be held, lest that all we had worked for would be wrought to ruin. The next, silence, blackness, time stretched thin, endless and hollow. Then came the Iljikdar, shadowed figures with eyes like burning embers, dragging me from the world's drifting grasp. Why they want us, I do not know. Perhaps they seek warriors or prisoners or worse. I do not feel a sense of safety here. I feel the same panic I felt when reality itself played its cruel trick. I have let my brothers and sisters down. The shame is unbearable. But hear me now, fellow wanderer. To be plucked from oblivion and set on solid ground again, no matter how strange or cruel, is a mercy. I am here, I breathe, and I stand guard still, not just for my home of Thalanos, but for all of us caught between the cracks of a broken world. Very good, Corporal Cantor. What do we have here? See, I did not even get this far. Looks like a portal realm. Talk to everybody. Wow. We're like in space somewhere. Who are you? Arbiter Cassius. Whoa. Almost walked off the edge there. Arbiter Cassius. Ours is not the only reality, you know. Since the fracturing, the planes have multiplied. Countless realms beyond our own. From these worlds, mighty legends may cross over to aid you in your journey. You need to only reach out to them. Indeed, the obelisk aligns the hidden voids of distant planes, forming a conduit through which you may reach those on the far side of reality. Simply reach out and attune yourself to the obelisk. Its power will stir, and the veil between realms will thin. What answers your call is not for us to decide, only to witness. Let the currents of the void reveal who or what awaits. Alright, so attune to the pyramid. Oh, okay. Enter lobby name. Let's go to create game. Checkbox to make a private session. Input password to make it secure. One second, guys. I'm going to sign in here and make it private. Like, give me a sec. Alrighty, I created my sesh. Do I have to go through a portal or something? Through the one portal. It's lit up. The party does not meet the requirements from this zone. Oh, okay, we go through a portal. I guess now we're in our own game. Very cool. Look at this, guys. Beautiful grassy knoll. Let's see what's up here. Campfire. There's a Revari Forger. Let's look at our ability book and check these buttons out. There's some stats for us. 13 intelligence, 12 arcane, 9 dex, 7 stamina, 8 agility, 7 strength. No resistances, 2 negation defense. There's also evasion and absorption. Our inventory, our skill books. We got invocation. Ether blast, direct damage spell, dealing magic damage to the target. We'll put that on our hotbar. Put it down there. Conjuration, summon a fire golem, summon a pet of respective type to do your bidding. And manipulation, ward, places a defensive ward on the caster, increasing armor for a duration. Nice, so let's test ourselves against the Revari. And this button is slaying monsters. See what we've got here. Have to get close enough, I guess. They were attacking. Oh wow, we're getting rock actually. I'm pressing the hotkeys to get peeps. We're gonna summon now. And now we're attacking. Fire Golem. Attack. Why is my Fire Golem not attacking? I've died. Interesting. Just takes us right back here to our soul stone. And I guess we're in a game. Check our ability book. Social, your combat, all combat. Let's start combat first by summoning a fire golem. Cool magical spell stuff. One fire golem attack. Am I attacking? Attack. I'm gonna die again. I died again. How the heck? Let me try this again. Create a game. Test. Make it private. Test. Your session has been created. Other players can now join. I don't get it. We're in Elementals level 1. Our game is on. And we have to go through this portal. There's no other portals lit up. We're in test game. Summon a fire golem again. And then ward ourselves. You move and interrupt your casting. Almost caught him. I'm using my magic now. Not sure why my fire golem still isn't attacking. Got him. Our first kill. Oh, we got a regal cloak. Nice, look at that. It's got evasion 1, hit points 1, intelligence 1, agility 1. Oh, the cloak doesn't show up. Oh well. I guess there's no need to autosave or anything. As we attack Ravari. Yeah, this is a whole huge open world type deal. It's pretty cool. Damage, nice. Losing a little bit of health. I'm out of mana almost. Oh, now we're in trouble. 2 of them, yep. We've died. Don't know why the fire golem. Let's check our hotkeys, but at least we did Slayer of Ravari. Hotkeys. F selects the party members. Assist is F. Select self is F1. Attack toggle was Q. Pet attack. Control 1. Pet return. Control 2. Got it. That's going to make things way easier. Very cool, though. I'm digging in already. It's going to be pretty intricate. All these slots to fill up. They kind of change how your character looks at times. 1, and then Q the auto attack. Control 1. I ordered my pet to attack. I don't have a pet. Oops. Hang in there. Almost got him. Got him. Leather sleeves. 3 evasion, 1 stamina, intelligence, and agility. You cannot equip that. Why? Slot arm type leather. I cannot equip that for some reason. I can only wear cloth maybe as an elementalist. I was thinking I like wearing armor and wielding swords and stuff. I maybe should have been a paladin. But I thought we'd try something different. Be a mage type. Too far away. What did I want to do? Control 1. There we go, son. We got the fire golem fighting. Got him. Tempered regal cloak. Evasion 1, strength 2, arcane 1. Versus evasion 1 HP, 1 intelligence, 1 agility. We can sell that. 2 strength, 1 arcane. Oh, 1 arcane. It's pretty nice versus intelligence, agility, hit points, evasion. Let's put on the tempered one. Nice. Let's go, my pet. Go explore the world. Okay, we've got a Ravari scout here. Not close enough. Stabbing at it. Let's get our pet attacking it. We got this, yo. Me and my golem. Bong bong. A sparkling earring. Type, accessory, 1 strength, 1 stamina, 1 arcane. Yes, sir. Put that on. A nice earring. So already we're picking up gear in this beautiful world. Crack 'em one. Nasty. Cloth robe. 1 negation, 2 intelligence, 1 dexterity versus 2 negation. Oh yeah, well, it's an upgrade. Aha, check us out. We're in red. We can switch the camera. Nice. Nice. Do not want to fall down there just yet. see what's down. Let's see. Oh, there's just a walkway down. Go fight more Rosario. Oh, click to level up. We leveled up. Let's take Q for auto attack. We're attacking. Boom, tattered robe. 1 stamina, 2 arcane. Saw that. Let's click to level up. Leveling will also cause all monsters in the zone to increase in power and have their HP set to full. So did we level up? Level 2. Stats went up automatically. We can see what each stat does. Strength increases effectiveness with crushing weapons, improves parry and block chance, contributes 50% to slashing weapon effectiveness. We have a pretty decent 11 there. 16 intelligence is for max mana regen rate, contributes slightly to spell damage. Agility is attack speed, contributes slightly to defense. Stamina contributes to max HP, gains more effectiveness as you level up. Different classes receive different amounts from stamina. Dexterity, increased effectiveness with thrusting weapons, improves parry and block chance, improves cast speed slightly, contributes 50% to slashing weapon effectiveness, and 15 in arcane, increased spell damage. 1 evasion, the number displayed is the chance you have to evade an attack outright, avoiding all damage. Absorption reduces melee physical damage by a percentage, has a diminishing return after a certain point. And then finally we've got negation, which is pretty self-explanatory, reduces melee physical damage by the displayed flat amount, initially capped with the cap being removed at higher levels. And resist, there's fire, magic, cold, poison, lightning, and disease, which is interesting, but let's keep it moving, sir. My pet's health is back. Oh yeah, I can get into this, guys. Like a single player EQ. I've never played EQ though, like I said. Could go back to the hub. I don't know, was there someone to trade with there? I don't remember. Let's just keep it moving and keep... Oh, a little ruin here. What do we got here? A book. And some eggs. I still climb the broken tower every time I return. The steps crumble the same way. The breeze carries the same scent. Nothing decays here, not truly, not anymore. Above me, the sky remains fixed. That pale, relentless daylight. No dusk, no stars, no sleep. This place does not remember night. We once gave names to the constellations, drew meaning in their movements, their stories. But here, time resets with the turning of breath. The sun hangs motionless, and the shadows fall the same with each arrival. The Iljiktar say this is stabilization. They speak of continuity as if it were a kindness. But without night, the stars cannot speak. And without stars, I am no one. Still I climb, still I watch, still I hope that someday in some unguarded moment, the sky will forget itself and the stars will remember the names we gave them. Very poetic. Not much we can do here though, other than read that. Little ruin. Look around for secrets and stuff though. And apparently we get party members at some point, which is pretty awesome. I know nothing about this game, by the way. I like going in that way. I just know that it's been called like a single player Everquest and stuff like that. Oh, here we go. Rapari Archer. Attack my pet. Whoops. Are you attacking? Perfect. Rapari Archer. Pretty big boy. Got him. He dropped nothing. Good XP though. Keep exploring the valley. It's cool to have a pet summon and gaining abilities like that and stuff. And me being able to go behind and get some backstabs with my staff. There's no cooldown on spells or anything. We can spam them as long as we have the mana. Nice. Ishtian is the name of my homie. We have a forager. Bird type people, the Ravari. Now we're cruising, just slaying away. 3 in a row with no loot though. Oh dang. Oh no, I'm dead. Try to summon our golem quick. That we died. It's okay, I don't think there's any serious loss. We still have our stuff. There's no one to trade with. We could disenchant stuff. Disenchant. Let's go try that quick, throwing something on that disenchant table. But I'm gonna save it here, guys, or at least leave and say thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this first look / let's try of Legends of Old. We're going to keep exploring the legends going forward. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, look at that. Made of solar cloth pants. Negation 1, Intelligence 2, Dex 1. Nice. So you put in there what you don't want and you get something cool. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit like, comment, subscribe if you want to become a huge helper, guys. You can become a member. Info and links are in the description. Shout out to my 2 members. Love you guys. It actually makes a big difference. Lets me buy basically a game every month just having 2 members. So the more members I have and stuff, the more games we can buy and try. I can bring you. But no pressure or anything, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. Next time we'll go beat up more Ravari and keep it moving through this portal and see if we can maybe find a town, a trader, and stuff like that. But so far the vibes are there. The vibes are real. Pretty dope game. So I will see you on the next one. Again, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. God willing, much more to come of Elzarian's elementalist adventures in Legends of Old. Ciao for now.